Hi there. I am going to show you a study of thirds, and here we go. We'll do it string pair by string pair. The first string pair would be the first string and the second string. Very simple. There's a D triad. If you take your first and your second out of that string-wise, and then you have this little third. Okay. The next D, this is like the cage system. You're up. This was here, and this is here, but you're taking this here. And then if you want to take it up diatonically, do, re, mi. Just like that. Let's put this in the middle. And you can put the in-betweener, chromatic. And then this is a G. Like if D goes to G, here you are. And that's the high one from this. And if you want to take this up, I would not do what you did here. I would go here rather than here. Unless it's a real bluesy thing. But we're doing the major diatonic scale. And here's your A. Right here. And this you can take up like this. Or now, what does this sound like? By the way, I'm plucking. You can do picking fingers. You can, if with a pick, you can do these pairs, picking them. I like the plucking because that's simultaneously sort of like a piano, chords or intervals. You can do your own little melodic things, and some things will come to you and say, oh, is that how that is? Okay, let's do the second and third string, third intervals. Well, you got one here, even when you're not even using your left hand. Your B and G string is a third. So second and third string, open. And then here is your this. And then of course you can go. That's your C right here. What does that sound like? It's a little Beatle thing there. So your C here, D is here. Or you can go C, there's your octave. We started here and now we're here. from this. Let's go down. Okay. Let's go to the third and fourth strings. There's your G. You got that? D. That's the next highest one in this cage system. And then you can travel it up. Or here's your C. Here's your D. If you want your 6 minor, it's right here. Let your ear be the guide. Now, if you keep your one finger where it is, third string, fourth fret, and then take this one down a string, then you get this kind of an interval. And when you think about it, if you took this octave, it would be here, then you'd have this, where we started from. So it's a third, it just has a different sound to it. Not this. Now, if you're doing the major scale, then this is here. If you want a bluesy sound, then this third would be like this. Here, see it? Just like here, when we went here. You want it bluesy? That's a Beatle thing too. But if you don't want that bluesy thing, then you're just going to So where were we? Here. You got that? And that's about as low as I take it. You could do thirds on your fifth and sixth strings, but it's just a little muddy sounding. Okay. Part 2, bending. Let's start it over again. First and second string. D we started with. What if you wanted this but bent into it. The third. This is the third. Bending into the third from your second is, that's very common, especially in countryish things. That's what a steel guitar does a lot. So here's how you would do that. Here's the D. We're going here and we're going to bend it up hard while holding this one. Okay? You need skinny strings. This is the G, this, and you can do it here too. You got the high one, then just go down 2 frets and bend up into it. This would be like, and you can either do it separately or together. Or simultaneously. You could play with that little third, up and back, up and back, up and back. And then when you're either here, we're going to do the second and third strings now. We talked about this, where you can bend this one up to this. Have you heard it before? Let's say the chord goes to A. You want to do it again. Now I'm using this fingering. You can use anything. I'm using the one finger here and then 3, 4. Once you get up higher, it's easier. As a matter of fact, I typically use, if I'm up in the D and I want to do that bend, I use 3, 4. Now you might not be able to do that. Do what you can do for now, but this way you still have all your fingers in a row here for riffs. So remember this? And this one? Well, what you can do in both of these, this one and this one, because they're the same, I'm going to do it on the first and second string first. Do you hear that? Slow. Bend the fourth back to this one and this, and then bring it down. That's the typical way it's done. Try and keep them sort of separate, not all bendy together. Now it's harder here. It's harder on the second and third string because even though they're thinner, there's more tension there. So if you do that on the second and third strings, let's do it here up in the D. You can go There's your fifth. We're bending into it, and there's your sixth. Sort of glary. Sorry. There's different variations, you know. Now, when we were on the third and fourth strings, we started here. Can you do bends? Yeah, some. You can always bend this one, because when you bend it a little bit, it's becoming a suspended. When the third interval goes to the fourth, it sounds like it must resolve back to here. Even here, when we were doing it on the second and third string, you can do it anywhere. So now this is different. This is the fifth that we're going to bend. Bend this one hard. Bend this one hard. Bend this one hard. Bend this one hard. Little bit, little suspended. Little bit. Hard. Little bit, it's suspended. See, octave. I'm going to go through it again. Hard. Okay. This was the last one we did before we sort of recapped with the bends. Remember that one? Part of a G. You can... It's the same thing we did, except we're down here on that lower one rather than anywhere else. Hard. Hard. A little bit of suspended. That's an E minor. So, you know what we started from, it just came to me. Remember we did the first and third strings? Did we? Not sure we went over this. First and third strings. This is part of this. This is part of this. We're plucking. You almost have to pluck. I mean, you can strum it, but you have to mute the second string. Here's your in-betweener. Then the next one is here, C. And you can do, you know, that too. then D, and then, can you go up again? Yeah, you can. Okay. Let's do it in A. Let's do it in D. So what that reminds me of is Ballad of John and Yoko. Okay. Against the A. Starting from here and going down. Hard it can be. The way things are going to be. You're gonna sunshine. And many others, many others. And don't forget, you can bend into this A. There's your suspended, or that steel bend. All right, could go on and on, but I think that's a pretty good study of thirds. If you have any questions, just ask.